Hi Claire, I'm very happy that you agreed to give some of your very valuable advice to those future founders who want to build a business.
Hi Raya, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Among many other things, you are also a marketing expert and you know very well about target audience.
The target audience is the group of people you will address to and you will communicate in all the different marketing channels. But it's really important to know your target audience to do effective communication.
Mm-hmm. Is there a difference between B2B and B2C target audience?
Always keep in mind that even if it's a B2B product or service, it's the people who will buy it. For example, it will be the HR manager of a big company, or it will be the purchasing manager, or even if it's a small business, then it will be the founder itself probably. And yeah, they are also just human beings and they are really attracted by good communication, which is really aimed at them. Communication that understands what their needs are, and as soon as you think, oh, I can identify with this ad or with this content, then you're much more likely to listen to it, watch into it, read it. So this is really a key component of the whole communication strategy. What could help is create marketing personas, look at market figures, and just try to put these two in relation to see how many people and who will be the target audience.
As well, what is a marketing persona?
Let's say virtual person you think of when you think of who will buy my product. So you think of where is this person living? How old is the person? What are his or her lifestyle habits? What do they buy? If it's, for example, a food product, then what do they eat? What are their eating habits? Do they eat at home in canteens? If you build a B2B product, then it would be, for example, how old is the HR manager who I want to talk to? What does he want for his employees? What are his personal career goals also, etc. So you'd really try to have a full and complete image of the person and the group you want to sell your product to. And this is really important because then you will much easier understand how to communicate and you will develop creative ideas on how to find the touch points and the needs the person has.
And when you talk about marketing personas, how many of these creatures do we have to develop?
At least one, and then it really depends on what you sell, on what you produce. And maybe it's useful to do one per marketing channel. You will have a different audience on Instagram versus on LinkedIn, for example. Depending on what you offer and where you communicate, you should think of your customer journey, then create one of these digital marketing persona.
Mm-hmm. Let's take then a practical example. I want to hear a little bit more about your own startup. Can you tell us what you're busy with at the moment?
Together with a friend, I'm founding a digital platform called BizNet. Mm-hmm. It's a digital platform for future female founders, and we encourage these women to really follow their dream and create the business they are thinking about. And we encourage them by offering digital services like pitch training, expert scouting, and also business coaching. And in the long vision, we want to offer co-founder matching. And we think that with these 4 services, we can really have an impact on helping women to found and have the courage to found, and that they don't feel to be alone with this whole thing.
So if we address those future founders and want to help them defining the people that they're talking to, what is the first step they should take?
I think it's really useful to always have someone in mind who could use it. And this helps so much actually at designing the product and at thinking which other features do I need, especially when you're working alone. Talk to former colleagues, to friends, to your family. And then what is really useful is to look at the competition. I mean, every idea is really cool, creative, innovative, but you will always have competition, which is good. And then have a look at your competition, look at their social profiles, who is commenting their posts and liking them, who is the community behind it, and then you can see okay, maybe their target group will be my target group as well, and is it matching with the persona I have in mind?
When I'm working on my project alone, but I still need to validate my thinking, how can I do that?
Just talk to your target audience, test your product, go out with it, don't be shy. Ask them, hey, I designed this product, how do you like it? Do you want to test it? What are your thoughts about it? What do you miss, etc.? And I think this is really useful because you never design your product for yourself, you always design it for someone, and it's so important during the whole development process to cross-check everything you believe will be so useful and so important for your target and audience.
So if you want to summarize at the moment, what are the key components of finding your target audience and defining how to address them, and if we want to validate if they're the right people?
Try always to have a user in mind when you develop a product or a service. So always think of who will need it. Then think of a marketing persona, like if you have someone in mind who could use it, think deeper. How is the daily life of this person? Or even if it's a B2B product, it's always a person who will buy it. So what's the daily life? What are the habits? So really define the marketing persona, and then validate this marketing persona by having a look at the competition and just talk to the target audience. I guess these are the 4 most important key learnings at least from my journey since now. Implement, test. This is what I would really recommend.
This is really, really useful advice, very concise, very much on point. Have you developed any tools on the go that you can also share with our future founders?
First of all, I have a really cool tool that I found. I didn't make it myself, but it's on HubSpot. It's called Make My Persona. You can create your persona online, and then they will ask you all the relevant questions concerning your persona, and you can add other ones because it's a more general thing, but this is really useful. Never be too shy to ask.
I think this is key for every startup in the beginning, not to be shy, to communicate as much as possible about their idea, and then everything will start shaping step by step and will become more concrete and real. It's not about hiding, it's not about keeping it to ourselves, it's really about sharing and discussing with the more people, the better. Exactly. So we can get a clear idea what we want to achieve, where we want to go, who are the people that we talk to, and how to address them with the proper communication, the winning communication.
Exactly.
And what the project framework is about, taking one step at a time to reach a very solid and robust idea that is having the full potential to convert into a tangible business.
Thank you so much, Raya, and I think that your project framework will be so useful for many future founders or founders in the making. And I'm really excited to listen to all the other interviews that you have with other marketing professionals or founders. And thank you so much for sharing all the knowledge from the founder ecosystem with us all.